So this is just the next page here, and I'm not going to go ahead and read all this, but at this point we begin to see the description of these individual beings, okay, and what they're offering, okay, and it's showing you here that these are individual specialists in these individual fields, okay. And I need you to also notice at the same time of the information that they're offering is information that is concerning human civilization, okay? We're looking at swords, knives, shields, breastplates, fabrications of mirrors, okay? Angels don't need mirrors. They don't need swords. They don't need breastplates and knives. All of those are contrivances of men. They're tools and weapons of men that are the tools of destruction. And as we begin to see here, we begin to see now the sciences, the counterpart of the material perversion of the information. Now the scientific perversion of the information is now being offered also. So we see that these are specialists that are offering, just in a nutshell, knowledge. All right? But the understanding of this knowledge is that this knowledge that they're offering, it's not that we weren't ever supposed to have it. Of course, we're supposed to understand the stars. We're supposed to understand the signs. We're supposed to understand astronomy. We absolutely should understand the motion of the moon as it affects our tides, which it affects our fishing, which affects our agriculture, which affects our food, which affects everything. You get me? Of course, we're supposed to know these things, okay? But what the deal is that you have to remember who this information was being given to. It was being given to these daughters of men that they laid with. It wasn't being given to the masses, friends. This knowledge, remember, the sons of God, the fallen sons of God, took unto themselves all the daughters of men of which they thought were fair. Okay, and then this is where we get our 13 bloodline families from. And this is where we get the rights of succession from, that the Hebrews even practiced, that the Anunnakis even practiced, that even most ancient cultures practiced. And the rights of succession have to do with the birthright to rule will always go to the child that has the genes that comes from the mother's side of the family. To put it for you simply here, if we were to take a king, this king was married to a woman that came from another land. Okay, so she didn't have that family's genes. Let's say that she was a Smithers and he was a Ralston, okay? Well, let's say that this king has a sister who is a Ralston. She's a half-sister born to the family from another family, okay? But yet she's still half Ralston. If the king has a sexual relationship with his sister, even his half-sister, the child born of that union would trump the throne of the child born from his real queen. And that's where we see it happen in history. Look it up. It happens all throughout history. But they don't really tell you that. That's called the rights of succession. They are obsessed with the genetics. And this genetics they're trying to trace back to the closest origin they can get to that bloodline as it intermixed with these fallen sons of God of Genesis 6. And here's where the Kundalini comes in. Here it comes for the chakras, the whole nine. Okay? So when these fallen sons of God lay with these daughters of men, basically they're symbolizing 13 of these daughters. And then these 13 daughters that are now symbolized become the 13 bloodline families of the original families that this information was given to. That's right. All this information, all this sorcery, all of this observation of the stars, the signs of astronomy and the moon, that's all the Masonic stuff that they're all about. And that's all the stuff that the occult's all about. Because this is the occultic knowledge, the perversion of the sciences that was offered to the original female heirs in Genesis 6. The daughters of men. These daughters of men, right here. That's what's being given to them. It's not being given to the masses. So this is the information that now the occult use to control the world and society. Now, of course, this information was to be given to us, but it wasn't to be given to us to control men. It was being given to us to control the dominion of the earth. I'll be back.